We're here with Bubba Wallace, driver of the 43 car in the NASCAR Cup Series and the 23 car next season. But man, Bubba, what a 2020 year it has been. You tired? Are you ready for the off season?
I am. We got an exciting trip planned. As soon as the checker flag falls, we're road tripping in our bus all the way down to Florida for Thanksgiving. So have about 2.5 weeks. Amanda, the dog, gonna go half the trip with the Hemricks. So it'll be a lot of fun.
That's good. That's good. Your dog, it's new, right?
Yeah. So we got Asher. It's been a couple months, but we just got him back today from training. So he's been there for 3 weeks. So we've been excited to spend a little bit of time with them today, but it'll be cool to take him on some hiking trips and to get him accustomed to the bus life. So he's definitely been a lot of fun. A great blessing.
Yes. Is he well trained now?
He is. He actually does really good. So he was a great dog before, so we were kind of just buttoning him up a little bit to get him just the right amount of obedience training.
There, that's perfect. That's perfect. 2020's been a wild year, both on and off the track, and for you especially. How has it changed your life in this year, both personally and professionally?
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely been one of the years that you would like to forget, but you really can't. There's been a lot of good. There's also been a lot of bad, and it's definitely taught you a lot. It's matured you a lot for sure. So just kind of taking everything in stride. We've gained a lot of recognition off the racetrack. So my job is to gain as much as we did off the track this year. Next year, do that on the racetrack and make a household name on the racetrack for sure. So that's definitely a goal of mine that I have set out. I want to do some big things. Looking forward, looking ahead in my future and in my career. So 2020, man, it's caught everybody by surprise.
Before we look to next year, this year, and the past couple of years, working with the 43 car, I've heard you describe them as a super small team and having to do a lot with what you're given. What's it been like working with this team, and how tough is it going to be to have to say goodbye?
Yeah, no, I think that saying goodbye is the hardest thing. I went in there last week to talk to some of the shop guys that I don't get to see on a weekly basis, and tell them thanks and I appreciate everything. So I'm going to try to go up there and finish off the rest of the shop this week before the trip. But that's the hardest part. I told them, leaving those relationships, leaving those friendships is definitely the hardest thing to walk away from, just because they're all great people. There's a great organization. Wasn't many people, but we all treat each other like family. And that was very important to me, knowing how family is important to me and a family value and a core value of mine. So having that a part of your everyday life and a part of your day job, just, it felt like you were never leaving home. And so very thankful for everybody at RPM, Richard, Brian, all the Moffats, all the Pettys. They were incredible to me. And, we still do have one race to finish it off here at Phoenix this weekend. So looking forward to that. But all in all, an incredible 3 years. Crazy to think that it's already been 3 years, but yeah, all good.
The Petty family, yeah, that's a big one. 7-time champion that you're racing for, and a 7-time champion that's leaving the sport this weekend is Jimmie Johnson. What's your favorite Jimmie moment or favorite Jimmie story, if you can pick one? I know it's got to be tough, but if you can have one that comes to mind.
Yeah, I think getting to know Jimmie a lot this year with everything that was going on, seeing his true colors of how he is, just an incredible human being, an incredible brother, competitor, reaching out basically every day when I was in the thick of it. There for a little while, he was calling every day, just calling and check in. Didn't want anything, nothing. My favorite story was when I was racing around him. My first race at Daytona in the 43, I come on the radio and I was like, man, this is pretty cool. That's Jimmie Johnson right there. And he was like, yeah, get used to it. You race around with him for a while. So here we are 4 years later now and still being able to race against him. It's really cool. Him calling me before Martinsville when he found out that I was running the Black Lives Matter car. he was like, "Man, you beat me to it. I wanted to run that. I want to run a car like that." But he was pumped for me, and then to see how it was him and I battling for the 10th place spot there in the last 3 or 4 laps in that race in the spring was really cool. So just all around great human being, and proud to call him a friend.
Yeah, we're going to have to. It's weird. We're going to have to get used to him not being on the track. And there's a lot of new things that you got to get used to next year. Racing for 2311 Racing in the Cup Series. What was that first phone call? Because I know there were rumors that were milling about. What was that first phone call that you're like, all right, this is happening? And have you talked to Michael much about it?
Yeah, no, we've shared a couple of text messages back and forth, and that was kind of a time in the whole process where I was kind of flipped upside down, turned around every which way. I didn't know really what to do, and was kind of just frazzled. Was very stressed out, and seeing it was like kind of taking this route, or let's wait and take this route. Let's sit back and take this. It's just like, let's get something done here. Like, holy cow, I need to focus on racing, and it was definitely a challenging time, but. Once we announced the deal, it was really cool. Had a lot of positive outreach, but I'll never forget where I had a number pop up on my phone that I didn't have, and it was like, "Hey, excited for this, excited for the future," and it just said MJ, and I'm like, "All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool right there." So yeah, it'll be exciting and incredible opportunity for all of us. Myself. MJ, Denny Hamlin, everybody a part of this organization. We're still putting the pieces together. So yeah, there's a lot of things to come in the future.
Yeah, you mentioned putting the pieces together. We know you're driving the 23. I know you teased that a little bit on TV, like, oh, are we running that or not? What can you tease about this team for next year?
We've announced a lot of things. The 23 announcing the Toyota partnership there. So really, I think I'm trying to figure out what's left that people want to know. I don't know. I think we got everything out that we needed to.
That's important.
Would. Yeah. So I think now it's just up to us to do the behind the scenes work of hiring the right personnel to carry our mission on forward.
There you go. You got to put the squad together. Bubba, I want to finish off on this. I saw a tweet from earlier in the year that you mentioned that like music was your kind of escape. And for me personally, over quarantine, I picked up the guitar for the first time, and it was like life-changing. So what kind of role does music play? And I know you play the drums, so like I'm very passionate about music. Where does music play in your life?
Yeah, music's got to be on all the time. It's tough because Amanda and I don't share the same music values or the music taste. But if I'm here alone for a while, I'll crank up the tunes and have the screamo and hardcore stuff just blaring throughout the house. That's just me. But it's my escape. When I get in the car, like in the regular car, street car, it's definitely getting my playlist ready, hitting play, getting that set, and kind of going shuffling through all my songs there. But it's just takes me to a place where I can just kind of escape and get away if I need to. And that's powerful. You got to have those moments when things are tough. You gotta find something that relieves you.
Yeah, it is a powerful thing. Power music. And Bubba, I appreciate it. Best of luck to you in the 21 season and finishing this one off strong.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.